Good morning. Actually, it's afternoon. We haven't picked up the video camera yet today. We're getting ready to have some people over. If you remember a few days ago in the videos, Janelle made some of those Christmas trees out of pine cones and other stuff with the little lights on them. And today we're going to have the party at our house. The ladies are coming over and they are going to make those at our house, and they're also getting some homemade chicken soup. We're working on getting that ready right now, and also we're making some bread, or Janelle's making the bread. You don't want me to make the bread because it probably won't turn out too well if I do it. Here's the soup so far. You can see there's a lot of celery, but it's not nearly done yet. I peeled some carrots. Right next to me, Janelle's cutting up the chicken.
Yum yum. It's a full pot. Okay, one of the last things I like to add to my chicken soup is this soup and gravy base from Watkins. I've been using this for years and years and years. And this is what I always add to make my soups taste really, really yummy. So of course I have the broth from that I boiled the chicken in, but I like to just give it a little bit more flavor with that. So I'm just going to dump some in. And this is one of those things you kind of taste as you go along. There's no real recipe to this. And every pot of soup tastes a little bit different, but they always taste good. My kids always love it. So we have lots of carrots in there. That's what my kids love. I'm also on a quest to use up this large container of poultry seasoning, so that went in there. And then I'm also on a quest to use this up. I did not buy either of these, but it certainly helps with making things taste really yummy. So I just throw them in whenever I'm cooking, and it always tastes good.
Here's the soup. I think I might have gotten overly zealous with the celery. And Janelle, were you the one who put the pepper in?
That was me.
Okay, and Janelle got overly zealous with the pepper, so I think we might have to make a little more and dilute it.
My tongue is burning from the black pepper. Usually I sprinkle on the same amount. I don't know why it's so spicy today.
Because it knows it needs to not.
That's right. That's exactly right. It knows that I'm making this for company. You're right on, Charity.
So I think we're going to make a bigger pot and dilute it.
Yes, 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 we are.
Here's the bread getting started.
Get this going. This takes a while to go, and I want this to be nice and warm when folks come. So
what kind of bread are you making?
this is the Tightwad Gazette's Cuban bread.
Okay.
It's easy, particularly if I do it in my stand mixer, and it has a nice crunchy crust. And for soup, I think that's really good for dipping. Not that all ladies are going to dip their soup, because probably the ladies won't, but Art loves to dip his soup. So that's why I chose this recipe. And then tomorrow I'll make another batch too, because it's not hard to do. And very, very inexpensive to do. If you haven't ever checked out the Tightwad Gazette, there's a Facebook group page, and the recipe, I think I may have even put the recipe on my website.
You made a video on it.
Oh, I did a video on it.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. I did a video on it. So I guess I'll put the link in the description below.
What do you think? That good? Is it still strong?
I thought it tasted good before, except it was just a little peppery.
And there it is. Janelle added 8 more cups of water to it.
Well, chicken broth.
Oh, wait, chicken broth.
Chicken broth. So I'm not sure I'm going to add.
I think it's fine. I tasted it. I think it's okay.
Leave it as it is, because I'm going to put couscous in here. Art, what do you think?
I think that would be good.
And then that'll be the noodly part, and that'll absorb some of the broth and the strong flavor too. So I think my pot just went from being a little pot to a big pot. But what else is new? I never do things small. Never. Okay, I have my boiling water, and if you guys have never made this before, you take the boiling water and you put it in the oven. So there's the bread. It's all shaped and ready to cook. I'm going to pour the water in the pan like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and close the oven as quickly as I can without spilling the water and burning myself at the same time. And then we're going to close the oven, and we're going to bake this at 400 degrees. So it's called cold oven because the oven's not preheated at all, and it's a really fast recipe to make. Don't worry, that bread will most certainly rise. It'll get really tall. It might even crack on the sides just because it rises really quickly. But it's really delicious for a fast bread that doesn't have like a pre-fermented sponge. It's really tasty, great with butter, and great for dipping in soup. It's been 40 minutes, and we'll go check the bread. Ooh, I think it's done. It looks good and it smells good. The only sad thing is I can't cut into it quite yet. Yum, yum, yum.
Here's all the stuff. Janelle is getting ready for her thing. And she even made, or I think Charity made some 31 scratch-offs.
How fun are those?
Mommy, I wish we could make one. We should do one for the morning time. You put one under our pillows.
Make scratch-off cards for you guys.
And then put under our pillows.
We could do, I know, I've got it. We could do chores, but they have to
scratch off chores?
chores.
Oh, I like that one.
And then every day you have to scratch off the chore, and that's your job for the day.
And over here, Janelle set up a table. And I think we have some little girls under here. Lots of girls and Peter.
Hello.
There are the cones and pine cones.
Except for you got burned a lot.
Well, Grandma didn't do too bad in the burns. Only a few times. I think Mrs. Gate only landed a burn one, right? So far.
That's the only one I'm going to admit to.
And there's the finished product. Aren't they beautiful? Ah, so pretty.